Well, how are you guys all doing? I swear that wasn't me that set off the alarm in the bathroom. Naughty. I got reports back as soon as I walked back in. Did you hear what he said? Anyways, though, it's so great to be back here again with all of you for another year of convention. I just can't say how excited I am to be here, and it's almost like a family reunion every time we get together, except the family just keeps on growing. We keep getting so much bigger. And so I'm so excited that each and every one of you made it here, and welcome to all of the new members of the NeoLife family. Can you raise your hand if this is your first convention? Wow, awesome. We are just so happy that you made it here, and it was really because of events like this that I fell in love with this company, NeoLife, and just everything that it stands for. Because, you know, I was a NeoLife baby. I took these products since I was born. And like a lot of the stories I hear of you guys and your kids, I used to chew the salmon oil. It's pretty gross, right? I would never do that now. But, you know, I didn't realize that I wanted to be a part of this company as a career until I was in my third year of college, because, you know, I'd heard stories of all of you, and I really respected and looked up to you, all of you distributors, and especially our president's team members. And I'd hear stories like around the dinner table of just the amount of lives that you're impacting and what a difference you're making in the world. And you were like my superheroes, all the president's team members. And I know you know this, but I'll just say it. Superman ain't got nothing on Louis Smith. And so the thought of a global company like really scared me, because that's a big thing. Like 50-something countries, like, yeah, I don't think I want anything to do with that. And I actually, I have to be honest, I was born with a little bit of a problem. So some people might say, I know Jessica would probably say, many problems. But this one in particular made me just so sure that NeoLife was not for me. And so it was because I was just super shy since I can remember. And you know, sometimes I see people, oh yeah, that's so nice, how cute. No, this was not cute shy. This was like weird shy. So I can give you an example, like when I was little, and anytime a stranger would start talking to me, I would just get like really uncomfortable and embarrassed, and I would find my mom and make a beeline for her and run up to her and go under her dress, like it was like a little like teepee of comfort for me. Have any of you tried that? It worked pretty well. Until like one time though, I picked the wrong dress. Can you imagine what it'd be like? You're like looking up, you see some stranger's panties? Anyways, get the picture. So, I'll get back to the story now. So, like I said before, it was after going to events like this, you know, that I'd never been more sure that I'd found what I was called to do. And, you know, I decided I was all in. I was in this for life. And so I told my dad, you know, I'll start anywhere. Just tell me where. And he said, okay, great. you can become a distributor. And he said, you're never really going to understand what this business is all about until you learn what it's like to actually go out there and experience what it takes. And he said, distributors are the heart and soul of this company, of NeoLife, and who we are, and you need to get that. And so I was mortified when he told me that. And so have you ever had one of those experiences where you can just like feel your hopes and dreams just crashing before your very eyes? That's how I felt about this. Because I said to him, aren't you setting me up to fail? I said, I'm not a salesperson. Like, I can't talk to people. How in the world am I supposed to succeed at this? And now all of you guys, all the distributors, are going to find out that I can't do what they do. So I was super scared. And he was quick to throw down a Bible verse at me, which I really didn't want to hear at that moment. And he quoted 1 John and said, perfect love casts out all fear. That really hit me. Wow, if I love people, then what am I afraid of? And he said, you just need to get over yourself. He said, he did say that. But stop worrying about what people might think or say or do, and just focus on sharing what you know they need and what you know is going to help them. So I was like, oh yes, I guess I have to do that. That makes sense. I couldn't argue with what he was saying. And so I became a distributor, and fast forward 9 months, I became a Sapphire director. And for those of you in the room who might not be familiar with the different levels and titles, that's about like a $35,000 to $45,000 a year part-time income. And so I was doing this part-time as well as working at the company, but that was also my only income because he said, you need to know what it feels like to actually need this money, because most of the people that get into this, they need this as an income to support their families and have extra money to spend. And he said, not only that, these people are my family. And, I don't trust you until you can prove yourself to be a part of this deal. And so that was such a blessing to be able to go through that. And I started out in my own backyard, pretty literally. I think similar to Josh's story, where he, I think, first went to the mailman, the new mailman. Well, I went to our housekeeper, and so signed her up, then moved on to our painter. But if you saw what happened when I ventured out into the real world, it would have been a super painful sight. So the shyness that I told you about earlier, it used to cause something that I like to call tomato face. Any of you experienced the tomato face? See a few hands. Well, so like during any conversation with like a new acquaintance, someone that I wasn't really close with, my face would just get bright red, and then I'd start to sweat. So can you imagine what that's like? I was like, hey, do you want to be a part of this awesome company, NeoLife? You want great nutrition? And I'm like, just beet red and sweating all over the place. Didn't go so well. But I think people felt bad for me sometimes, so they'd be like, yeah, sure. And that would happen when I get up on the stage too. I apologize if some of you had to witness that before. But I think eventually your body just stops going into shock and it goes away. And I think things like your dad announcing that you have to go number 2 probably helps that. So thank you for that. But actually, friendly tip, I found that, if you wear workout clothes when you go out to talk to people and you have this tomato face problem, it really just looks like you have a nice little post-workout glow. You don't think anything of it. And funny enough, I actually found that I've been more successful when I'm in workout clothes and talking to people, because it's really weird, but they think that you just know more about health and nutrition sometimes. And so I like to tell people that if you ever see me on the street and I'm in yoga pants, it's not because I'm too lazy to wear real clothes, it's because I'm recruiting. But the only reason I told you this is because I just hope that by now, each and every person in this room, I hope that you're confident that if you haven't already, that you can have much more success than I did as a distributor. And you know, I'm 100% confident of that. As long as you back up your hard work, you know, with passion and love and a heart for serving others, then you're bound to be successful in this. And I feel so blessed to have had the experience to know just what it feels like to help someone with their health. Do you guys agree with me that there's no better feeling than just knowing that you've changed someone's life through something like good health? And so I want to say thank you for what each and every one of you are doing to go out there and talk to people and educate them, and just use NeoLife as a platform for reaching your personal goals. Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Is we just want to be a tool for you to go out and reach your dreams. And another great thing about being a distributor for myself was that I was able to test the stuff that we're putting out there and giving to you as resources to build your own businesses. I was able to be like a little guinea pig for all of it, because I'm not big on theory. I think that if you don't see results, then it doesn't work. And that's what we want to make sure, that every single thing that we're putting out there that's a marketing tool for you is going to work. And it's going to be effective. And so today I'm going to give you a few marketing updates, some of the exciting stuff that's been happening, some new stuff that we're coming out with, and I'm not really going to go over all of it because there's just too many things to cover if I were to take you through a little tour of everything we have to offer. But definitely we'll touch on some of my favorite new stuff that's coming out. And so, is anyone in here also a fan of the Golden Home Care products? I love them. And I'm a little bit clumsy and just diluted some Super 10 in there, and I was amazed that it came out in like under a minute, like just going like that. Following what Louis says, like agitate, agitate. And so it was awesome that that product is just so effective. And all of our home care products are just beyond effective, and I love the fact that you know, they're non-toxic. Thank God for that. Because we don't want anyone being able to get hurt by the products that we recommend. And especially because this particular time, since I didn't have a spray bottle on me, I put it in my water bottle. And Jessica she's a thirsty girl. She came into my office and decided she was going to steal my NeoLife tea, but got a little bit of a shock. But it wasn't tea. So when you have an experience with the home care products like that, you know, I don't know about you, but I want to know, like, everywhere that I can use these products, right? You know, they work so good on my shirt, where else will it work? And so we've come up with this cool Clean Smart map where it lays out what a house, the floor plan of a house, and all the different uses that you can have for the different home care products. On the back of this, you'll also see some highlights about the home care. And so this is a cool little resource that you can download from your back office and then share with some of your customers that also want to use the home care. And also next week, we'll be putting up on the website something that is complementary to this, which is for people that really want to get into the nitty-gritty of everything that the products will do. And it's like kind of a A to Z comprehensive guide of like hundreds of uses and the dilutions of what the products can be used on. And then also, I mean, if we're recommending these products to people, we probably want to show them why in the first place they want to use them, right? Like, one of the biggest benefits of this, aside from that it's safe for your family, is that you save money when you use these products. And so we put together a little flyer showing how much money you can save on average a year when you replace, the products that are found in stores with our products. And then on the back, it shows you how you get that bang for your buck because it's concentrated stuff and it goes through why it's so eco-friendly. So it's just another little flyer that you can download and use it to share with people. And one of the tools that I've found to be really helpful in my own recruiting and helping people through the products has been the product catalog. Because I'm not a product expert, but there's so much great information in here that I don't need to be a product expert to know or to be able to share with people exactly what they're getting in these nutritionals. And who in here likes the product catalog? Great. And so, I'm super excited. I can hardly contain myself about this next announcement that I hope you all love as much as I do. We've taken all of the awesome scientific information and product information that's in this last current catalog and put it into a form that is even more fresh and contemporary, and it just looks so awesome. So, my favorite way to describe this cover is weirdly awesome, because it is weird, right? It's not like anything that you usually see out there. And that's what I love about it, because the old catalog, I could have that on my coffee table, and my friends were not gonna pick that up or even ask about it, because it's a nice, pretty picture, but it's kind of boring. And so we wanted something exciting that people are gonna look at that and be like, what do you have there? Can I look at it? Yeah. So that's what we're going for here. And you're gonna find just this great look throughout it. I'm gonna show you my favorite spread though, that is in here. And that is the Salmon Oil Plus spread. Do you think that's and so we're really excited to give you this as a tool. And who wants one? What are you willing to give me for it? Louis says well, you are all going to get one of these at the break.